Okay, it's good to come your way again on our digital assets education. And I'm very excited to be here and I'm very grateful for all your comments and observation and feedback. We are very happy about them. Alright, so today we're going to be diving into history of money, evolution from barter to digital currency, how money moved from barter system to digital currency system. Money has evolved over thousands of years from different exchange of goods to today's digital currency. It has been driven by innovation, trust, and the need for convenience. Now, around 3000 BCE, barter system was fully operational. That's the case where you have to look for someone that have what you need, and you have to now exchange what you have with what they need at the right quantity. So the problem, of course, is very obvious. The problem would just be that where do you get people that have what you need? Number one. Number two, in what quantity? How many tubers of yam will be sufficient for maybe 10 bowls of rice or gari from Yoruba in the southwest of Nigeria? So that became a very serious issue. Then from there, the world moved to commodity money. That's around 3000 BCE to 1200 BCE. Items like shell, salt, cattle, and grain were now they now started using them as a store of value. Of course, the problem with that is that they were not portable, they were not divisible, they were not durable. For example, if you say, okay, 10 bags of rice is for 1 cow. How do you divide a cow into 2 to get 5 bags of rice to store the value somewhere else? That's where the problem was. Then from there, the world moved to metal money. That was around 1200 BCE to 600 BCE. Gold, silver, and other metal became acceptable as medium of exchange. And people could trade with them, people could buy and sell with them. The challenge with that was that they were very heavy to carry. Not only that, they were very difficult to verify either they are authentic or counterfeit. Alright, so then the world moved now to paper money. That's around 17th century to the modern era, where government now decide to print paper money and it's backed by the trust from the government. So we started using that as a means of exchange. An $100 bill in US is $100 bill anywhere else. A 100 naira bill in Nigeria is the same. It has the same value as 100 naira bill anywhere in the world. So that became a means of exchange, and it was very easy for us to do business with them and all of that. The problem with that was that they were counterfeit money. Even up till now, we still have counterfeit money. So it is always very difficult to know which paper as money is counterfeit or genuine. In fact, the bank have to go extra mile to get some sophisticated devices to be able to know which paper is counterfeit and which paper is genuine. Then from there, the world system moved to electronic money. That's around 20th century, where we don't need to go about with paper money anymore. What do you need to go about with is your phone. You have your phone, your ATM card, your digital wallet, so to say. You can buy and sell. You can walk into a store without any money in your pocket and buy a lot of things and pay with your mobile app or with your ATM card. That's where we are right now, and that is moving very fast. Now you can do transaction online, you can buy on different platforms and pay digitally, which is very wonderful, which is very convenient. The only challenge is that it's still centralized. If you are buying with a card, let's say you are buying with a GT Bank or a bank card in Nigeria, maybe you are buying on AliExpress or other digital platform, it has to pass through a lot of medium. That's passed through a lot of verifications, a lot of middlemen, so to say. That's when you're talking about soft code and everything. Those won't happen in the background. And that is what will lead us to the next stage, where you have digital asset. Digital assets from 2009 onward, starting with Bitcoin, digital assets started coming into play, where you can transact peer-to-peer. Peer-to-peer means that one person to the next person without the need for the middleman. And of course, we know that this current technology, this current age, is doing all it can do to remove the middleman. If you have been observing the trend of things, you see that middlemen are at risk in different kind of business transactions. And that is what digital asset has also helped us to solve. To remove the hassle of middlemen, where you can transfer from one account to the other account without needing to pass through middlemen or middle system, as I normally would like to call it. So it is decentralized and it is very easy to transact business with. There are some challenges with it anyway. One of them is that it's volatile. Today, the price of this particular coin can go up, tomorrow it can come down. Very volatile. That's true. Then the user education is still very low. That's one of the reasons why we are doing this. User education about digital assets is still very low. Still very low. And we need to get ourselves educated about how they work, how you can position yourself in engaging them, in how to use them to do business, and how to use them to position yourself for weight transfer that is coming. The next stage that money has evolved over the year is digital currency and beyond. What is now the future? The future, where some person have already started entering into, is tokenized assets. Tokenized asset, tokenized platform. The other day I was in a platform, I'm still in that platform, where they wanted to train us in drone technology, and they were talking about they have a token where everything we do on that platform is tokenized. So you have some coin that you can mine, you have some coin, and those coins you can use them to buy digital asset on the platform. That's where we are right now. That's also what Web Collective is doing. A marketplace where every transaction you do is tied to a token, and you can get rewarded by doing some activities on the platform with that token. So that's where the digital asset is right now. And the earlier you position yourself in that kind of space, the better for you, the better for your children tomorrow, the better for everyone around you. And if you are curious about learning how to position yourself, especially in Wellness Collective, you can send a DM with yes, and I'll send a link to you on how to view the overview, how to be part of the overview of the business. Thank you until I come your way next time. It's been a wonderful time, and I really enjoy discussing this with you. Thank you very much.